Hey, man, be loud and obnoxious all week long, man. I don't care about them damn Houston Texans, and I don't care about what any hater has to say with the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, man, if you stand on the Cowboys Nation side, be loud, be proud, be obnoxious, man, because they're gonna hate regardless. What do you think, Harv?
Nothing, man. Well, good week. I was a little upset because of the way we won, but man, can't be greedy, man. Can't be greedy. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? So
a
I
win
feel
is
good.
a win is a win. A win is a
Yep,
win,
for
right?
sure.
A win is a win. Somebody put LOL Cowboys. What a joke. So I don't know what a joke is because 10-3 sounds really good, and I would like to hear what your team is, man, because you just sound like a Cowboy hater at this point.
Oh my god, I love it. The real Matt Abrams.
Cow.
Awesome, man.
It says Cowboys. When was the last time you guys played in a game that mattered? Well, shoot. I mean, all season long, it feels like every game has mattered.
Every game matters, man.
It does. So I think
We'll
it
see, man. We'll see.
it all goes down to Philly. Hey, one what we learned from the Texans is nah, we can't be getting ahead of ourselves. We need to get right
Nope.
to the point. Hey, but
We're with the Jags.
luckily, let's go ahead and break that down, man. We're gonna talk defense. We're gonna go through the Jags first because obviously we're not a Jaguars page. Obviously, the Cowboy cast. If you've been with us for a while, you already know. We're good to our peeps. Yesterday, Mr. Ayala got his cap, and I know Mr. Rios is getting his cap pretty soon too. So we've been doing the giveaway. So if you come to our YouTube page and you subscribe, boom, you automatically enter. But you got to make sure you're public so we can see your at least your email address. Tommy, right away. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's going on, Swag? Tommy, I know Tommy
Junior
personally.
13 swag. What's
Yeah,
up?
I know Tommy too. As a Cowboys fan, I was disappointed on both sides of the ball. Man, on both sides, I think the defense did good, man.
I think the offense and the special teams just put them in a bad position, man.
Well,
But I mean, in reality, they should have played a little bit better. But I think they did a lot of things they never did all year, so it kind of caught us off guard. But we'll be fine, man.
hey Tommy, can you hear Harvey? What he just said, just making sure. I just want to make sure before we go any further.
What do you think about Ty?
I mean, that's why you can't miss the show, man. We were on it yesterday. Harvey,
We
you said
talked
something
about
really,
Ty.
you said
It's a
something
good addition, man. Just the experience in the locker room.
that,
Experience in the locker room, man.
that's awesome. He said, "Yes, sir." So it feels good. Now I can use my soundboard. Round of applause to Tommy. I know Tommy personally. Like it just feels good to have my tools, right? And being able to use them. I haven't been able to use
Shout,
them.
hey, shout out to Tommy, man. I haven't talked to that boy in a while.
No, that's not my cousin.
Oh, it's not.
That's not my
Oh, I
cousin too.
thought it was our
No,
cousin.
but
Your
he's
cousin.
this guy's just as cool as tuna. But hey, man,
Cool.
look, hey Tom, real quick, if you're still on, obviously, man, look at D Law, man. I don't care how old he is, bro. He came up and he knew what was up, and he stood up the Texans. Number one, he stood up the Texans, and then he forced that crucial fourth and go. And Anthony Barr kind of looked kind of sus during the beginning of this season. And
Yeah, he did.
dude, he came and he brought the smoke, man. He brought the heat. Look good, man. So I'll tell you that. Next Saturday, are you gonna for the win next division and playoffs? Oh, next Saturday, are we going to go for the win next? And I guess he's asking just, are we winning out? Yes, we're absolutely winning
We're
out.
winning out, man.
Yeah,
Winning out.
I think at this point the Cowboys have really, I have been really focusing on that, especially with the addition with T.Y. Hilton. Just for those that didn't get to hear yesterday, Harvey, if you just want to say what does he bring, I think that what you have, I think that we're going to highlight it out on our TikTok page. So if you're on there, make sure you give some likes too, man. But what did you say about Ty? What does he bring to this?
No, so he just brings a lot of experience, man. He played with Peyton Manning, so he brings a lot of experience on different ways to run routes. But my brother actually brought up a good aspect of Ty. In 2021, he was the 30th ranked receiver against the zone. So that's pretty good, man. But he brings a lot of experience, in-game experience. So I think that's going to help our young receivers down the line towards the playoffs, man.
And you also said, right, like maybe some communication because
Yep,
our receivers are kind of young, so maybe he can communicate some things to Kellen Moore, maybe Dak
yep.
Prescott, and let them know, hey, hit me up on this. Anybody that's on with us, hey, share some likes, man, so we can get this message out a little bit further. Is this thing kind of is it having a hard time focusing on us or what? Let me
No,
see.
I think it's fine.
It looks like it's kind of going in and out. But let's go ahead and talk
Yeah.
about defenses real quick. Let me see here. This is what the defense. How can I get both of us on here? Let me see. Can I bring this up back? Whatever. Anyways, Jaguars defense right now, currently in the NFL, they're ranked 26. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gustavo Guzman Hilton will bring speed and great hands. At the age of 33,
Yeah, man.
at the age of
I,
33, he brought that speed last year. The speed.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That dude can still run. At 32 years old last year, like that dude could still. I was watching some of his highlights, man. I'm like, how is this? And Jerry, he was beating double coverage.
Yep, a lot of times.
I was like, what the hell, man? How is this dude still doing? But he's got that quick twitch like muscles, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
he got Carson Wentz out of a lot of trouble too,
he
man.
did, he did, man.
For a lot of the great plays that Carson Wentz had, that was one thing that he really did.
Yeah,
I'm very curious to see the addition. I want to see how the Cowboys are able to incorporate him and
exactly.
see how fast he can pick up the actual offense and be a part of the actual offense. But Mike McCarthy, we did bring out the highlights of him talking about it, and we're gonna cover the offense again tomorrow, and as everything takes shape, we're gonna hear from Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy talk about specifically T.Y. Hilton, and of course you know uh, a little bit more because there's some things on offense that we want to clear up. For instance, we heard that Josh Ball is going to be uh, in a rotational period with Jason Peters at right tackle, and then of course there's going to be a rotation with Tyler Smith and Connor McGovern. So a lot of stuff to break down. Ruben Valles, do you think that they might have brought Ty as a return man because of Turpin's drop? Nah, I don't think. No, I think this is more of.
That's
I think.
that that's what some people might think though, but I don't think so. I think it's more of the experience going down the road, especially all these games that are coming up. That wide receiver room needs a lot of experience, especially with games are going to get tougher. Because man, now that the season's a little bit longer, the NFL wants to make it interesting. They're all about the money, man. So they want to make these last games count. They want people to watch them, and so I think they need that experience from the wide receiver. Like I said before, I think that's why they brought him in.
I I like what you said. Right. I think it was kind of like an. I know they said they haven't given up on OBJ, but obviously you could tell that the Cowboys wanted to add depth at wide receiver because I mean, if we look at the bigger picture, what happens if we were to lose, a Michael Gallup?
Yeah.
Or I don't
Yep.
even, I hate to even talk about it, but maybe, I'm just gonna say 88. You know what I'm saying? Then you're talking about literally we're really basically
Yep.
we are handcuffed to
Yep.
not having those offensive weapons. But let's talk about the Jags defense real quick to let you know what currently the number one scoring offense, well, the number one offense right now in the NFL can do. Jaguars, their defense is ranked 26. Obviously, if you see the picture there, that's Trayvon Walker, the number one pick in the 2022 NFL draft. It was crazy the way this happened, but hey,
Yeah.
he's been a bright spot on that defense. Total yards allowed this year, and all in total, this is passing and rushing. They've allowed 4,793 yards. Jaguars are averaging 360 yards. This is how much they're allowing, an average of 368 yards a game. Jaguars have allowed a total of 3,293 total passing yards the entire season, and that averages out to 253 yards a game. That's passing. Jaguars have allowed a total of 1,500 yards rushing, right? And then the Jaguars rush defense is that's an actual average of 115 yards per game. So Jaguars are also giving up 22.6 points per game. Finally, we can get away from the Jags, right? Let's focus back in on Harvey. Anybody tuning in? No, but hey, thank you for the likes. We appreciate it. So let's talk about our defense, right? Uh, our Harv, how many times have you heard what's going on with the Cowboys defense? I don't see sacks.
I think I said a couple of shows before, man. They're trying to get the ball out really fast, to avoid Micah Parsons and the hot boys, man, to get to him. And that's smart. I would do the same thing. But that's what they're seeing. They're trying to get the ball out more, a lot quicker, I would say, than usual because they don't want to get sacked. But I think Dan Quinn's kind of figured that out, and I think he has a plan for it. So maybe a little bit bumper run. We'll see.
Well, we have an audio clip of him, so let's go ahead and take it to him, right? And they specifically asked him about that, so let's see what he says, right?
And sack yesterday, as you look back on it, what would you put that on? What their protection was, or your combination up front?
Yeah, I would say probably a combination. We didn't get a lot of chances to go. The ball was thrown pretty quickly on some of the ones that we had, but our moments were there too. And so I thought as it went to it, you look back and some of our missed tackles did happen to be on a missed sack in this game. So um, we always want to affect the quarterback. That's part of how we want to go get it on as a group. So when you don't have one, you do want to dig in and find out why. I'd say it's probably a combination in this game on some of the dropbacks of getting it out quickly. And then by the second piece of that, you got to go finish on them.
I mean, well said, right? I think he says we want to go out to the quarterback. So Swag is asking who's playing this Sunday. Are you talking about the Cowboys versus Jaguars? Because that's what we're talking about right now, right? We're talking about the defenses. Ultimately, I mean, there's a lot to love about what the Cowboys brought defensively, man. I mean, obviously, especially with that stop at the end, I just cannot stress it. Oh, he's saying Sunday night. I don't have the schedule in front of me right now to help you out with that, but I'm pretty sure we can get you the information in just a bit. But I kind of want you to kind of talk about it. D Law when he stepped up and he made that stop, as especially on that fourth quarter, did that as a part of Cowboys Nation, right? And then and the cleanup by Anthony Barr and Neville Gallimore. Do you feel that that was what gave the momentum to the Cowboys on offense?
100%, man. 100%. I'm pretty sure on the exchange, walking out, not only that stop, but just the transition going off the field on and be like, hey boys, we did our job, right? Now go get this win. I tell you why. I mean, just saying that I'm getting goosebumps. Just saying the defense coming out, hey, we did our part, man. Go get this. You know what I'm saying? You know that offense had goosebumps, man. Let's go get this thing. So of course, man, momentum is huge. I think in this game, that's what happened to us in that Turpin fumble. I think momentum swung in their way. So it just came back to us, but D Law made a hell of a play, man. I'll tell you what. And that's part of what I told you, Jerry. I think he should play on the inside, man. And Sam Williams or Micah should play outside of him. But we'll see, man. It was a hell of a stop.
For I mean, when we look at it, yeah, for sure. It was one heck of a stop. I believe this December 18th, the Sunday night game will be a very important game. It's gonna be the Giants versus Commanders. So that was for swag. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. Absolutely. Every year's our year, and every year we're going to the Super Bowl. Just remember that. Be obnoxious about it too. Uh Tell a hater too. But let's get back to it. So they faced off against the Titans, and right now the Titans are currently leading that division. Am I right or am I wrong?
They are.
But the Jags won 36-22. I believe the big thing on there was that the Jaguars, especially with Trayvon Walker, they were able to capitalize. They actually had four turnovers total, one interception. I believe there was three fumbles total.
Three, yeah,
I
three
mean,
forced fumbles. That's
honestly,
crazy.
yeah, it is crazy. It just shows you that that definitely these Jags came ready. They knew the importance of it to win, right? So when we look at it, let's look at the stats offensively. For the Cowboys, we'll look at it. We're gonna look at the Titans stats, right, and then we'll compare it to the stats that Trevor Lawrence or Jaguars did also. So let's look at it real quick. The stats the Titans put up. Ryan Tannehill was actually 25 of 38 attempts. You never want to be there, especially as a quarterback. 254 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Derrick Henry, though, and I don't understand why they didn't just stick to him. I believe he actually had one of the fumbles, but Derrick Henry rushed 17 times for 121 yards, man. That's an average of 7.1 yards a carry, and he even had a touchdown. I mean, if you're rushing that good, why would you want to abandon that, Harvey?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't. I would not want to abandon it. I just keep running the ball.
I believe that
But
I believe that the Jaguars are coming into this game. They really want this game, man, because
yeah,
I think Doug Peterson. I'll let you finish. Doug Peterson emphasized that what he wants is he wants his young team to feel what it is to play during December when the game really counts against a very good team like the Dallas Cowboys. Go ahead with what were you gonna say, Harvey?
and so this is kind of interesting, right? When you look at the playoff picture, they just beat the Titans. They're 2 games behind the Titans with 4 games remaining. So I'm saying it's kind of far fetched by a little bit, but it's really not if you look at it. Um, because if there's only 2 games behind, they have 4 games left to play. If the Titans lose those, I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but I think they'd pretty much be tied, depending on division and all that. So they're not out of it, Jerry.
They're
It's
not.
kind of crazy.
They are not. So this is definitely a game that we need to like. The Texans are they were eliminated. They had been eliminated a long time ago. Just because the record they were officially eliminated with the loss, but it's just because out of respect. But in this case, despite the record, I believe they're what 5-8 right now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes,
The Jaguars?
Jaguars are 5-8 right now.
Yep.
Swag is asking who do you want to win from Seattle and 49ers this Sunday? I think that's a pretty simple question, man.
Seattle.
Come on, 12 man, right? And the only reason we say that is just because I think the top teams right now in the NFC right now clearly are of course the Dallas Cowboys at the top. Uh and then I would have to give it to the 49ers and of course the Fly Eagles Fly. So I believe that's the order. So, I believe the 49ers have a very stout defense. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say.
They're,
Uh,
they're, they're stout, man.
yeah, they did. Right now, I don't care what anybody says right now. You guys can fight me all you want. And you know what? I'm not going to bring you stats. I'm going to bring you facts. That the strength of schedule is very sus for the 49ers, man. You've had two quality teams. One of them was against the Chiefs and you lost, and the other one was against the Dolphins. But we already know Dolphins are beatable, and you should beat the Dolphins. The Buccaneers, after they won, they beat the Cowboys, and they broke Dak's finger. For whatever reason, we've noticed that the Buccaneers, since Tom Brady got on a divorce, they've been on this treadmill, not a treadmill, but they've been on a downward spiral, man. Like they just cannot gel all
No.
together. So we even saw them lose to the Saints, man, the week before, and that's because the Saints have been struggling. Probably, if not, I think they're probably the most. Would you put the Saints as one of them teams that like at the bottom of the division, kind of like a Texans?
Yeah, man.
So, strength of schedule is still easy for these 49ers to get these wins. Defense is solid, and the defense can tee off on these little situations. Obviously, the Buccaneers haven't been the Buccaneers of the last 2 seasons ago, right? We need Swag continues on. We need to win. The 49ers help us for for the playoffs to Seattle lose. So I guess which I okay, yeah, I understand what he's trying to say, right? I guess he means for like seeding purposes. We need to win, and we need 49ers to help us uh by I guess by winning, by being the playoffs. And you know what? We're gonna actually do that on I believe we said what was it Sunday? We're gonna do a little deep dive, right? And see, because I think right now the way it is, a lot is still uneven and unclear, but I do believe if we win out, if the Cowboys win out, I believe we're basically second seat, technically, technically second seat, right? And then from there,
Well,
we
no, we would be. Wait, let's see. I think we'd be like fifth because we have division winners and we're not a
um
division winner.
correct. So then we would go against what the winner of the South.
It it would be right now as it stands. It would be Vikings versus Giants, and then it would be us. It would be
Yeah, because he's
us and the Buccaneers.
he's pointing out, and Sunday night, the New York Giants. We need the New York Giants to win. Helps us with the playoffs. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were gonna actually explore this a little bit better. I mean, we were gonna explain it a little bit better. I think on the kickoff show, right? Understanding so we could have everything gathered. Just the way we gear the actual the our schedule is we break down what we're seeing off defensively, offensively, and then we try to get on those questions. But yeah, we'll have all those questions for you guys soon.
I think Playmaker had a question. Do you feel that holding penalties are down this year in the NFL?
I didn't see that one. Is that one on TikTok? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Do you feel that holding penalties are down this year in the NFL? What do you think? I don't know.
I mean, I haven't been able to check the stats. I mean, I just been focusing on the Cowboys altogether. I think our flags are down
Yeah, they are.
at the
They still
beginning.
don't. They still don't call holding on Micah Parsons, but
At the beginning of the year, it was
yeah, it was. Yeah,
we were kind of out there, but maybe the NFL is make some adjustments and allowing these guys to play some football, right?
yeah. You're right.
But let's talk. Let's finish talking about the game, right? In total, right? Ryan Tannehill passed it 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, one. Derrick Henry had 17 yards, 17 carries for 121 yards, averaged 7.1 yards a carry, and a touchdown. Ryan Tannehill had two keepers, 16 yards. Austin Hooper, this is passing. Austin Hooper caught the ball 5 times for 68 yards. Robert Woods, 5 catches, 49 yards. Man, it's crazy how Robert Woods, people just forget about him. He was a stud, man, with the LA Rams.
Buffalo too.
Yeah, with Buffalo, but he really shined with the Rams.
Yeah, he did.
Alkanukwa, I don't want to mess his name, but we'll call him Chewy or Chewbacca. He had 6 catches, 45 yards. He actually scored a touchdown. Derrick Henry had 3 catches, 34 yards. Chris Conley, man, I haven't heard his name in years, but I can't believe he still plays, man. 1 catch, 27 yards, and Nick Westbrook, 3 catches, 23 yards. Julius Chestnut. So look, man, regardless, Titans, I think when it comes to it, Titans should have won this game. I think that the Jags were able to capitalize on the turnovers that they were able to generate, and a lot of those turnovers they were the type of turnovers that you can basically they're avoidable, right? Just protect the ball, protect the ball. Now let's look at the Trevor Lawrence, right? Let's look at Trevor Lawrence because I think that he is going to be a problem. I think him and Justin Fields, typically you're not supposed to judge a draft pick until his third year, and they're entering the third year like the right way. I believe this is still their second year.
I think it is their second year.
So Trevor Lawrence, he passed the ball 42 times, man. 42 times. He was 30 of 42, 360 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. So we got to, Cowboys defense, I'm pretty sure they're looking at this and they're like, "Wow, this is amazing. We like this." Especially for somebody that can stand in the pocket and they can get after it. So, definitely that's something to look at too. What I will tell you this: the Titans did expose was the Titans were able to stop the run. Look at Travis Etienne. He rushed 17 times. He only got 32 yards, man. At and he only averaged 1.9 yards a carry.
Oh,
That's not good, man. Uh, Jamichael Hasty rushed 4 times for 13 yards. That's 3.2 yards a carry. Jamal Agnew rushed 1 time and he broke it for 8 yards. And Trevor Lawrence, he has designed quarterback keepers.
he
Three
does.
rushes, 7 yards, 2.3. In fact, somebody said, "Hi Harvey, hi Jerry, hi Jen."
What's up, Jen?
I will say this: Trevor Lawrence actually they had a questionable call because it wasn't a designed RPO, but he saw how the defensive end crashed in, and he took the ball out of his running back's hand, and he ran it in himself for a touchdown. So that wasn't even a keeper, and it's cool to kind of hear him talk about it that he just kind of made the decision on himself. Biggest fan. We are your biggest fan.
I appreciate it.
Much love. But look, I'm just gonna say right now for a Cowboys victory, this is what the Cowboys need to do on defense. Put a hat on Evan Ingram. He caught the ball.
Yep.
He caught the ball 11 times. He had 162 yards receiving. That was an average of 14.7 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. If he's out there in your fantasy teams or in your fantasy, pick him up, man. If you have the waiver wire, Zay Jones. Do you guys remember what Zay Jones did to us against the Raiders, man? 8 catches, 77 yards. Christian Kirk, the big money Kirk, 5 catches, 45 yards. Jamal Angu, also three catches, 36 yards. Marvin Jones, 1 catch, 22 yards. I mean, he spread it around. Dan Arnold, Chris Manhertz, all these guys got 1 catch apiece. So obviously, we can see the game plan they have, and it really looks like this team's a very streaky team, right? Like they don't really have
Yeah.
a very good set schedule. Hold on, we got another one. Bye. Have a great night. We them boys. All right, Swag. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. Uh Overall, Harv, I mean, what would you like to see the Cowboys defense going forward? And what do you think are the keys to stopping this Jags team?
I think obviously, just like anything, that you definitely want to stop the run just to make sure. But Evan Ingram, man, I say we almost play like a diamond on him. And what I mean by diamond is you just go man with him, and everybody else plays zone. I think that's what we should do. That's what I would do. I think I put Javon Curse on him and just let him run with him, man. And we play zone around him. So I think that's the best thing we could do. That's what I would do. Um, but Trevor Lawrence, man, he's got an arm. So the only thing is, I don't see them, maybe 5-step drops against us. Like I said, they want to throw the ball quick. So I say you play up on Evan Ingram, bump and run him, play man, and then play zone all the way across. And I think that's the way you beat the Jags, man, and stop the run. So, but you got to be careful with Trevor Lawrence, man. He can run.
He can run.
He can run.
Make Jerry into an announcer. Much love. Uh, hey, I will say this. This defense, I like what we saw with the Texans. I mean, I know, I think it came down to the mistakes that were made, right, by, with the muff punt and all that. But man, when this defense came alive, it really helped us out. Uh, my next question to you, Harv, is if they do adapt that, get the ball out of the hands quickly, who do you think from the defense? I know you said, bump and run and whatnot, but who would you say could be the key player on defense to stopping, the little dink and dunks and force them to start passing? Do you think it would be more of a quick start on offense, or do you think there has to be a specific player on defense?
No, I just think I think this is a team win, man. You have to do it that way. But I do we have to start fast. That's every game from here on out. We have to start fast and give that defense. We got to get our defense loose, man, and not playing tight. So if we can do that, and like I said, man, bring the corners up on those receivers. The only one they really got is Evan Ingram. Marvin Jones scares me a little bit sometimes, but I say we come up, line up on the ball, man, and play tight on them, and then go from there. I'm just saying that's the way I would do it, and then that'll buy some time for your defensive ends to hopefully get to Trevor Lawrence. That's the game plan,
If
100%.
if we notice, right? If you notice with the Colts and the Texans, they were doing the early, they were getting the ball out of their hands early. But if you notice in the fourth, like towards the end of the game, right? Towards the end of the game, you can see when they had to catch up. Once we got the lead, now they started passing, and now we were able to tee off, or now the Cowboys defense was able to tee off. I mean, we even saw Osa Ozigadua come on. I mean, well, they stole the penalty, negated the actual sack. But do you see what I see? What you're saying? I think truly there's I think I'll take the little dinks and dunks, those little fast passes here and there. But I like I said, I think like what you said, I think the Cowboys, Dan Quinn especially needs to use Trayvon Diggs, man. He needs to be able to use Trayvon Diggs, uh use Trey Diggs and get that safety over and help out Kevin Joseph and man, just bait him into it. And I mean, if Malik, I mean, I don't know why Jaron Curse was playing up high on that one where Kelvin Joseph got. I don't want to say he got burned, but he got beat for that long ball, which shouldn't have been a call, right? Because
Should have been. Shouldn't have been.
Dean Blandino said it. Um, I will say this: if Dan Quinn can make those minor adjustments, I'll take the dink and dunks all day. And like you said, if the offense starts off fast, man, that right there, I think that we can put the Jags to rest, and we use that same formula against the Titans. Who right now I think Titans are what, down 2?
Titans are 7-6.
No, but I think they've lost 2 in a row, right? Or no?
I think so. Yeah, they've lost 2 in a row.
Look, we got Christopher Cruz, man. It's been a while, man. LVE looked great. What was different? Man.
I don't want to say anything was different, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things, man. He had, how many tackles did he have? Like 14 or something?
14 tackles.
I was like, he was everywhere, man. He was everywhere. I don't know, man. It was just one of those games. Like sometimes it happens like that. You're just on a roll, but he did look good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I will say this. I think it's because this is his second year in this defense, man. So now
Yeah.
now he understands his actual role. He understands where he fits. He understands, okay, if my lineman can do this, I'm gonna hit it right here. You know what I mean? So obviously he was a high draft pick for the Dallas Cowboys for a reason. I think LVE, if anything, it just took him a little bit of time. I think Anthony Barr is starting to catch, his understanding too, because I mean he looked really sharp in this game too. I like what I'm seeing overall from the defense. I feel confident in the defense that can carry the Cowboys in their offense. It's good to see LVE look great, like you said, like you pointed out. I think in this case, I mean, we did also see Bohanna and Calvin Watkins step in, especially when Jonathan Hankins went down. I don't know. They already said Jonathan Hankins is not going to be available for for the remainder of the season, but they're hoping that he can be available for the playoffs. But I don't know. I think somebody had an injury like that. I don't foresee that happening. But I mean, overall, I think that definitely getting them big bodies like Bohanna and Calvin Watkins, it really helps out players like LVE. And then, of course, the understanding of the defense also helps out LVE. But I mean, shoot, overall, I mean, defensively, I think I'm going to give the Cowboys I'm going to give the Cowboys the advantage in this game. Harvey,
Yeah.
who are you giving the advantage to?
No, yeah, our defense for sure, 100%. I don't think they can match up with us at all. Even especially if Emmett Ingram, if he's the only player, I'm telling you, I put Curse or I mean, you can put Diggs on him too if we have to. It didn't matter. Either way, I think we match up with him. There's no way. They can't play with us, man. But I said that last week. I said that last weekend. We almost got us scared, but we just got to be careful, man. I don't foresee them doing anything like what Texans did. I think they'll stick to their normal offense, but I don't see them trying to run the ball. I think they're just going to try to pass it. I think they're going to do that RPO that Doug Peterson does and try to fool us with the runs and all that. So we'll see, man. But we still got to be careful. They're dangerous, Jerry.
Chris added, stopping the dink and dunks may be LVE's thing, man. You know, you're absolutely right. That's kind of I was trying to hint that to you. I was like, I think a lot of those a lot when I was saying, is there a player on defense, or do you think you should just rely on the offense to get you out of that? But that the one person that I saw that was always there with the dink and dunks was LVE. I mean, look at the stats he put up with it. So yeah, man. Good observation, Chris. And I know that Chris, I actually talked to Chris. He's one of the guys I probably yell at on the phone when the Cowboys not doing it so well. I know that you've joined that club, Harvey, and it's vice versa in both ways.
He's your punching bag, your human punching
Yeah,
bag.
pretty much we're back and forth, all of us. But yeah, man, overall, I think if anything, if going forward, it's good that the Cowboys are they're able to identify what the game plans are coming in, and if that's the case for every team is to bring in the RPO and abandon what their true identity is on offense. I'll tell you this much right now. I love this defense that the Cowboys have, man. They're ready for it, man. And I'll tell you this, with this 2.5 seconds, give me the dink and dunks and let the offense get their momentum and let the offense take, like you said, start off fast and let's go striking. I think that ultimately, man, I think it's not the 49ers. It's not the Eagles that you should be scared of. It's the Dallas Cowboys, man. Everything looks great. I'm excited for these matchups. I think, Harvey, you said it best. This is exactly what the Cowboys needed. They needed to get battle tested, and they needed to see if they could do a fourth quarter comeback with Dak Prescott at the helm. And damn, he looks sharp, man. He struck. What is the saying from Cobra Kai? He what?
Strike fast and strike hard, baby.
Well, that's it for us, man. Looks like everybody kind of settled in. I want to give a shout out to TikTok, man. Our TikTok army, 7,600 live.
Thanks. Did Jen send us something?
Yeah, man. We got some. We actually got some gifts along the way. So
thanks, Jen. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the gifts. We really do appreciate it. Hey, we appreciate those that are tuning in. We see you live right now. Thank you. Tomorrow we will break down. And tomorrow, we will have. Oh, we got Alex chiming in. Man, I was about to shut it down, man. We're going crazy. We should be scared of the Eagles. LOL. Come on, Alex. Stop being the realist.
Hey, look, man.
He's the realist.
No, he's real though. So I will tell you this: there's a lot of Dallas Cowboys in the past couple of days that are eating a little bit of humble pie. They really are. I think that's was it Skip Bayless? I think Irvin kind of ate a little bit. I think they're saying he's the MVP, man. And I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. He's looking like, I hate to say it, man, but he's looking like an MVP player. But hey, at the end of the day, that's what I want. I want them to get all the glory. I want them to get all the trophies. I want them to get all that. So hopefully when it comes down, all the Cowboys hear is that this guy's an MVP candidate. He's an MVP of the NFL. They're the best team in the NFL. Have it, man. Take it all. I want you to have it. Come Christmas Eve, man, we're going to see. We're going to see under the spotlight and see what happens.
Alex, I hope you show up, bro. You've been in and out, man.
He has been in and out.
Don't be lukewarm. Don't be lukewarm, bro. I mean, you gotta be full in. I know that you, when you look at the Cowboys, I know you really look at the Cowboys. But let's not do that, man. Let's enjoy this defense that we have. We have a defense that can carry the offense. Look how many times this defense gave the ball back to Dak and said, "Here, try it again. Here, try it again." And we didn't have that last year, man. We had that luxury this year. So, yeah, man, I'll tell you this. We almost beat the Eagles the first time with
a backup quarterback. But I'll tell this, Jerry. Hey, that's my brother, man. I gotta defend him.
No, I get you.
He did put a laughing emoji, so you know
I know he's
he's
messing with us.
he's poking
Hey,
the bear.
no, but Alex is man. He's almost like Nostradamus. I think he's the one who called the what
Yeah,
was it, the
the
was
50 burger.
a 50 burger, and we're like, "Whoa, that's really bold." And I mean, he called it. He kind of laid away from the from the predictions this last week, which I think you know what I mean. Don't make me superstitious here because I'm gonna have to have you come on and make your bold prediction, man. So I hear you, but let's just have that hope that the Cowboys are finally seeing not only the coaching staff but the players are starting to see that coaches, the opposing coaches and opposing teams think they have this Cowboys figured out, but this is exactly what maybe they want. Maybe they want all the teams to fall into this trap, right? So we could be that trap game. And it's good. Maybe the Cowboys intentionally called the game plan the way they did to see if Dak, to get Dak to see if he could, do a fourth quarter comeback, which is something that you need to have as a battle tested,
Yep.
situation at hand, or the actual game is on the line. Maybe Cowboys intentionally did that to see if Dak would buckle under pressure, and Dak did not buckle under pressure. He was very decisive. He struck fast. He struck, what was it? Strike, was it strike hard, strike fast?
I
How is
think
it?
it's strike first, isn't it? Dude, you're gonna make me
Look it up,
look.
man, because that's gonna go down. Harvey is ready. Put him in at coach. I love
I'm
hearing it.
ready, man. I'm ready.
Shoot, I'll put you in a general manager. I don't know about coach, man.
I mean, it doesn't matter which one.
Dude, let's do it because I want to put this down. I want to put this down to TikTok. I know there's a bunch of Cobra Kai's out there. Stop laughing at me, TikTok.
Isn't it? I think it's strike first, strike hard.
Isn't it strike first, strike? Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. Anyways, well, we will figure it out. And you know what? I think that the Dallas Cowboys are officially the Cobra Kai's of the NFL right now.
That's what it is, man. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Anyway, that's it for us today, man. It was a Tuesday, man. We did good, man. I think we actually went a little bit longer than usual. Thank you all for tuning
TikTok.
in. Tomorrow we're gonna have the offensive breakdown. We'll listen to Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, and you know what? We'll actually pull some Doug Peterson. He's kind of boring, but we'll pull some Doug Peterson, and we'll see what they're talking about with the Dallas Cowboys. TikTok, we love you. Thank
Love
you.
you, TikTok. Appreciate it.
1,700 likes, man. I love it. And 7 people at the end still stuck around. Love that. Hey, YouTube, Facebook. Hey, we love you. And peace.